here's what's going on. So as you know, I was on that show, Truth Seekers, on Thursday night, and it was a entire thing was a trick, basically, so that Steve could basically make content for my detractors and make a bunch of money, which he has, which is not a shock, right? Like, he's made another stream. The stream made like $1,000, which is exactly what Side Scrollers did. And isn't that exactly what I said he would do on the show when I was on it? I literally said, so you're pulling the Side Scrollers. You're going to do exactly what they did. And he says, oh, no, I'm not going to do that. And then he went ahead and did it anyway. Because that's what he does. I mean, he plagiarized the entire show from Kiwi Farms, and now he's plagiarizing the milking of the detractors from Side Scrollers, doing exactly what I said he would do to a T. Like, it's like clockwork, actually. Okay. But I guess my detractors are so stupid they don't get that. They really are that dense and dumb. They don't understand that they're being milked again. This is the second time. Like, they already saw it happen once and then saw nothing ever came of it. And now they're doing it again with someone else. They're that dumb. A fool and his money are easily parted, I believe is the saying, correct? So anyway, that happened. And then, as you know, we did our podcast the next day, and I told you guys, yeah, I got fooled, but I don't really care. We're moving on and all of that, right? So with all that going on, basically 2 things happened, okay? So number 1, on the Kino Casino on Friday night, they were having a segment about this at the very beginning, the very top of the show, okay? And they were basically joking on both sides. They were saying positive things about me, but then taking shots at me, but then they were saying negative things about Steve, but then saying basically what they made a whole drama segment about it, which is what they do, right? And I kind of feel like they're playing both sides on purpose, because that's what benefits them, that they get content out of this, right? Like, probably that's the point, right? Is that not the point, to get content? Like, I feel like that was the whole idea to begin with. So they did that, and then there was just an aside, like a quick line that PP had said, after basically slandering Steve and saying, oh, he's a jerk and he went rogue. They said, and by the way, Steve, we'll see you on Tuesday, right? And that was it, and that was the end of it. So it was supposed to be like a side reference, like, haha, this whole thing's a joke to begin with. We're still going to be friendly with Steve and everything anyway. So that happened, and immediately people are like, so now we don't know what's really going on, right? So in the meantime, to be clear here, all right, I spoke with PPP about all of this behind the scenes and everything, and, everything is moving forward as planned. Like, we're still doing Smart Guys this Tuesday. Everything is fine, okay? So all that's happening, and then I guess what happened was, when I was doing my schedule on Friday night, I completely screwed it up, and it's on me. This is me. My mistake is, I guess, the reason for the real controversy here. Like, I don't think anyone, let's be honest here. Does anyone think that Kino Casino are my best friends? Including me. No. And none of us ever felt that from the beginning, right? The whole idea here, right, is that they get content, but I benefit too. Like, we're all making out in this relationship that we've had ever since August of 2024, right? Like, we're all getting stuff out of it, and that's why it's continuing. If at ever there was no benefit to our relationship of working together on various projects and the like, then we would just stop. Like, what would the point be, right? Okay, so I think this is a weird thing that people are like, yeah, we're best friends behind the scenes, and we're all doing just, like, I don't think anyone ever had that impression, except maybe the public for some reason. But that was never the thing. Like, we were always in a working relationship. I've outright said numerous times, I don't like drama. I don't want to be involved in drama, right? And the flip-flop of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have been glazing me for a long time, and everyone knows that. Like, that's the point. Isn't that the running joke? I thought that's what it was. I thought people were smart enough to get it, but I guess not. I guess some people just didn't get it, and they thought, you know what I mean? Like, I think people just misinterpret stuff. So, with all that going on, and by the way, these impersonators in chat, I'm going to get rid of them so no one gets confused. There we go. I made my schedule on Friday night, and I made a mistake when I was hurriedly trying to get this schedule together last minute. so I can get out of here, spend time with my wife. I had put on the schedule that Tuesday is a double new release day. That on the first stream I was going to play Avowed, and on the second stream I was going to play Lost Pause, which isn't even the name of the game. The name of the game is Lost Record, so I got the name wrong. Okay, and that's on me. I'm stupid, right? I was trying to rush to get out of here, but anyway, I put that as Tuesday schedule, and then I said for Wednesday we're doing it again. We're doing Avowed and Lost Pause again, even though it's Lost Records. Okay, so I put all that up, and that was it. And I had my day off, and I didn't think anything of it whatsoever. Like I had no afterthoughts about nothing. And then I literally had no clue what was going on. And I come on stream this morning, and I start to set up the streams, and everyone in Kick Chat is gossiping like a bunch of little, teenage girls in high school. And I said, "What are you guys like? What's going on?" And they're like, "Oh my god!" So so Steve did another stream about you, which I expected, so I don't really care, right? I kind of knew that was going to happen. Um, and and then the casino, are snaking you, or is the casino snaking Steve? Are they going to felt Steve? And are they really siding with you? And Smart Guys is canceled, and is Steve going to be on the casino on Tuesday, or is Smart Guys happening? I was like, what on earth are you guys talking about? Like, I literally was disconnected from all of this on my day off, and I'm trying to get caught up. I was like, I have no clue what anyone's talking about. And they're like, yeah, didn't you check? What about your schedule? I said, what do you mean? So I went and I looked at my schedule, and I realized I had not put Smart Guys on the schedule. And that was actually my mistake. It wasn't intentional at all. Like, I think this might be a situation where a silly, honest mistake just had weird timing. So now people misinterpret it to be something that's not. So people were interpreting it that because Smart Guys wasn't on the schedule, that Smart Guys has been canceled, that Steve is going to be on Kino Casino on a special Tuesday appearance, despite the fact that Kino Casino don't broadcast on Tuesdays. And all these like assumptions were made based on me screwing up the schedule. All right. Allow me to tell you guys from my perspective what's going down this week. All right. Number one, I'm under no impression whatsoever that the guys from Kino Casino are my best friends. All right. Like I said, we've had a working relationship where we've made content together and it's worked. Okay. So there you have it. And we're going to continue to do that as long as it still works. And if at any point either side says, this ain't working, the content isn't good, it's not benefiting us, then we will stop. Right? Like, I'll be honest, for example, the last couple of times that I appeared on Kino Casino, all right, months and months ago, I don't think they benefited either side. I don't think they got a boost or any interest out of it, and I don't think I got a boost or any interest out of it. Certainly, I wasn't making any money or anything from it. So, if you haven't noticed, I wasn't on the casino for the longest time, and that's intentional. If there was a reason for me to go back, if something was going on, and if there was actually like a topic, then then we'd be more interested in doing it. But people ask me for the long time, would you be on casino again? And I'm like, I mean, I would, but what's the point? Like, we tried it, it wasn't working, it was getting boring, was it not? So that's why we cooled it down, which is what you do, right? So yeah, like in my opinion, moving forward, there's a working relationship. Sometimes when we make content together, it works and it's interesting, right? I mean, I think Smart Guys is working. I think it's a show that, even though it doesn't have a giant audience, it has an audience that's building, that enjoy wrestling commentary. I'm enjoying getting back into wrestling again. The show is finding a little bit of traction. It might get more traction if we stick with it and if we find what it needs to be, because we've tried a couple different formulas, right? We tried it, just being wrestling. We tried it being drama. We tried a combination of the two. I think we're going to eventually reach that perfect mix where things are going to go well. Oh, really? People are saying their Kick is not working? Guys, if Kick is not working, it's working for me. Like, I can see your messages. I can see Chimchar. I can see Yavanna. Super Bonchan says, I should do another casino appearance where they introduce me to more Lolcows. I mean, I guess they could, but is that entertaining? Like I said, I think the first couple appearances that I had on the show worked really well because it was me being exposed to a new audience, that audience being exposed to me for the first time. But after doing it a few times, like, I'll be honest, I think when I appeared in October, And the whole idea was that we were all going to dress up like Ghostbusters and we were going to do this show kind of felting Ralph, Ethan Ralph, and all of that. It just kind of fell apart because at the same time, the Review Tech drama was happening with him breaking down and deleting his channel and all that shit. So, because everything happened at once, it kind of lost momentum of the idea that we had. And when I appeared on the show, it was very disjointed. Like, we didn't really know where to go with it. And on top of that, I mean, I'm not even going to lie to you. Earlier that day, do you remember I had done DSP Tries at Taco Bell? And it was killing my guts. So I was sitting there on the show, bloated as hell, trying to be entertaining, and it did not work. Seriously, like, I know it didn't work. Like, that appearance was kind of a bust. And then after that, they wanted me to be on for the politics show. And I was like, are you sure? Because I really don't think, like, that last appearance worked, you know, but they really, really wanted me to be on the politics show. So I went on there, and I think that went all right. But the problem was I wasn't going to clear my whole schedule to be there all night for the politics show. So I showed up for, like, 45 minutes when Trump was in the process of being elected. And I think that worked for the short blip that it was. I think it did actually work. It was entertaining. But after that, like, we just didn't really have many or any ideas of stuff to do on either end. Like, if I had come up with a good idea, I would have, presented it to them too. But, so it is what it is, right? And then when Smart Guys presented itself as an idea and we started working on it, I was like, oh, this was working, so let's roll with this, right? So that's how it works. I hope this makes sense to everyone. Okay, I mean, it's logic, right? It when you talk about it this way, it makes sense. You realize there's not secret dealings and plannings and snakings and all kinds of crap behind the scenes. It's never happened. It's just do some work together from time to time and it works out or it doesn't, right? There were stretches of time I didn't talk to them for a while, and there was sometimes when we would talk a lot because we're involved in stuff. You know what I mean? Anyway, so all this going on this week, it all went down this way. And, from my perspective, after talking to PPP, we're going to move forward with our content. All right. We're going to do Smart Guys. It's going to keep going. And all that is fine. I 100% confirmed with PPP that we're doing Smart Guys on Tuesday. Okay. And I confirmed that, moving forward, it was kind of, they're going to keep joking about everything. They're going to joke about me. They're going to joke about Steve. I mean, that's what they do. They're a drama commentary show, right? This is what that's their content. So they're going to bring it up. They're going to be doing that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm okay with that. I've already told you guys, they can say whatever they want about me. They literally went out of their way last year to be nice to me, and it helped me out a ton. Okay, I'll be dead honest with all of you. Ready? Because I think people need more honesty these days and transparency. Like, literally right now, if Kino Casino came out with a statement and says, from now on, we're just going to felt Phil. We've had enough of being nice to him. It's not working. And now we just want to make fun of him constantly. I'd be like, good luck in the future. Thanks for everything you did up to now. But, that's the route I can't go. I'm not going to get into a feud with them because I don't do that, right? You guys don't want that kind of content. I don't want that kind of content. So more power to them if they turn me into just one of their Lolcow subjects for their show moving forward or whatever. So be it. Not a big deal. Seriously, like, I just don't care. Do I really care about Steve either? No, I don't care about any of this. I don't. I personally don't benefit from this at all. If you haven't noticed, like, a lot of people are, oh, all this drama, Phil will benefit. What actually, what actually exactly do you think I could benefit out of all of this, to be frank? What, like, really? What exactly do you think is going to come from any of it that would benefit me? Right? I didn't even make anything extra on Friday. You might say, oh, you made your goals. Well, I made my goals and there was one extra goal. But at the same time, I ended up doing like a super long podcast I didn't even want to do. Right? I didn't want to have anything to do with that. Okay? So, yeah, listen, if fun content comes out of it that I like and I'll benefit from, I'll keep doing it. And if not, and they want to move on and basically turn the whole thing into a 3-ring circus of drama so they benefit, they could do that. And I don't really care. All right. I think people want me to like explode and respond and say, "Oh my God, I'm so upset. I've been snaked and this and that." And it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? I just don't care. I've got, like I said, I'm so busy right now. I will be so busy, okay, moving forward with all this stuff that I don't really care. I'm going to have games to play. We're going to have all this stuff going on the next few months. Finally, gaming's going to pick up, right? I'm actually going to have an awesome setup to cover all the new stuff for the first time ever. I will actually be up on everything, okay? So, yeah, I don't care. All right. So it's just funny to me. So I made a mistake. I made a typo on my schedule, right? Because I was like in a rush to get out of here so I could have time with my family. And I basically get, I somehow inadvertently created this like drama over the weekend, I guess. I don't know. Because I made a typo on my schedule. Do you see how silly this all is? How stupid it is to me? It's hard for me to even care about any of this shit. It's just so dumb. But I guess some people love it. Again, the internet, people on the internet love their drama. The truth is, it really sucks because I don't care about you. As you know, I'm not this kind of person. I don't watch reality TV outside of like silly competition shows and stuff like that. Like I've never watched The Real World. I never watched the Kardashians and shit like that. I don't watch Real Housewives. You know what I mean? I don't watch any of that stuff. I actually hate it. Like no exaggeration. I can't take it. I think it's ultra cringe. And it seems like everyone on the internet is desperate to create their own internet drama stuff and get their piece of the pie. And then they've pulled me in over the years and I've become part of this drama sphere completely against my will. Like I never wanted to be involved in any of it. Right? To this day, I just don't care. Now, I'll play the game when it makes sense, and I'll play the game when it benefits people. You know what I mean? If it benefits me, or if it benefits others, or whatever. But I'm not going to be constantly involved in it because I just don't give a shit. And some people would say, well, you see, you squandered your chance because you had your chance in the fall. Everyone was interested in you because of this new take on you and everything. And instead of doing drama content, which is what you should have done and fully invested yourself in it, you went back to video games. It's like, I didn't go back to video games. I never left video games because that's where my content lies and always will. That'll always be the core. I'm not saying that moving forward, I won't change to do more things because I want to. If you haven't noticed, I have absolutely expressed the last several years, I want to be taken seriously as a podcaster because I know that playing games all day, every day when I'm older isn't going to work. Right? I think we all know that, right? So there you go. So I want to do a podcast every day that people tune in like. And I think that I've done a pretty good job with that over the last couple of years, doing this show and doing more with it. And I hope that you guys like what the show has become at this point, and we'll continue to have new segments and improve and things like that. You know what I mean? So there you go. That's number one. Okay. But yeah, like I don't really care about any of this. I'm not, you see, to me, I actually am legit bored with drama. I'm legitimately bored. To me, it's the least interesting thing. It's not even worth getting upset about because every moment someone's going to do a new video, someone's going to say something horrible. You know what I mean? Every single moment, someone's going to just do it. So I don't care. They've pulled me into their drama sphere and I guess they're never going to let go. But it doesn't mean that I have to play their game. Right? At all. So I don't care.
You got some idiot named DSP who's a total piece of shit, by the way. I like to get that on YouTube, but